In this video, Kevin and I are going to be going over our likes and dislikes for the month of June. So if the items made it to this video, that means we really loved them or we really hated them. So this month, we only had 2 hates, which is good. So some things when we review them, it's like, it's okay, it's not that bad. We really have to hate it for it to make it here. So these Joy Days cookies, they were expensive. We got them at Whole Foods, and when I went back to look at when they came out, it looks like it's 2 separate words. Joy Days. It's one word. Joy Days. So if you're searching for this video, it's all one word because that's how the company does it. But these in particular,
like they would do that on their box.
I know, because they split it up like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's some other meals that you've done for your Lunchtime Review channel where they've split up the word, and sometimes I split it up in the title, sometimes I put it as one word because I don't know how they're intending it for it to be. This one, it seems like I had looked them up on Amazon and it was all one word. But the peanut butter, they were soft peanuts, and they were bad peanuts, and they tasted really, really, really old, and there was just no sweetness to them at all. So like I said, Whole Foods cookie area, I would avoid these. And then the other hate we had was the Jenny's. This is the Jenny sorbet, and it was called Snow Cream, and it was brambleberry watermelon lemonade. Very, very sour. Flavors don't go together. Too tart to enjoy. So brambleberry, watermelon, and lemonade, just too much. Too much, too much, and they don't need to, those flavors don't need to be together.
They ruined the name of Snow Cream.
Yes, they did.
Or Snow Cone.
Sorry, Snow Cone. Did I say Snow Cream? Snow Cone. Yeah, and as expensive as Jenny's is, I personally do not think it's worth what they charge. That's just my personal opinion. Jenny's is made in Ohio. Grater's is made in Ohio. Grater's is cheaper. It's more affordable than Jenny's, and it's actually better ice cream. So for me, the Grater's is the one that I would go for. The Jenny's, some of it's been really good, but it hasn't been worth what they charge. They charge way too much. So anyway, the Snow Cone just was not for either one of us.
They do them. I have the Buc-ee's wavy chips. These are the cheddar sour cream, and most of their chips were really good. The wavies, we tried a bunch of the wavy chips, and they were all pretty good, honestly. They weren't really bad ones necessarily.
No, it's just that these were the best.
These were the best.
So you know, when you try a bunch of things, somebody's going to come in first, and somebody's going to come in last. Even if you like them all, then somebody's going to come last. And so, but these were the ones that came first out of the whole group.
This is the one I would just go buy these all the time. Why would you buy anything else?
Exactly. Why not pick your favorite? Yeah. Okay. These were the Savorites mini bagels sandwich crackers, everything seasoning cream cheese. These were so delicious, and they're from Aldi. And
no, good luck finding them. They're probably not an everyday thing. So.
I know, but the everything seasoning, it can go. It could go really well, or it can go south real quick, depending on what seasonings they used. This particular seasoning, there was nothing in it that we didn't like. It went really well. They're little crackers. They're very poppable crackers, very easy to eat, and they have a really nice flavor. So I would totally buy these again.
Yeah, and like I said, for Aldi, it's one of those things where you never know if it's going to be, is this an all-the-time flavor or is it a special flavor?
Yes.
And I don't remember seeing those again, so it was probably a special
It was
flavor.
probably a special thing, unfortunately, because that should be out.
Might roll around next year.
Yeah, they should be. That's the thing, and that's why when we do Aldi reviews, we're like, you know what? If you missed them this time, just wait, because they'll come back. Because that's what they do, is that they rotate things out.
But those were really, really good.
You mean do another one? Because I got more.
Go ahead, I've got ice cream.
Okay, this looks really bad. It's on a paper towel.
Hey.
But
keeps from sticking to the container when we keep this in.
Right. So this represents, you have to use your imagination, the Chantilly cake from Publix. You
The
all,
little slices.
yes, you all had recommended the Chantilly cake from Publix. So they have the full-size cakes. And then they have, I looked real close in the cabinet, and they had like, I think it was like a set of 2. I thought it was going to be 4, but I think it was 2
Just
big
2,
pieces
yeah.
in this clear container. That's why I don't have it, of the Chantilly cake. And anytime I had looked at it, I thought, that's going to be wet from just the fruit, the fresh fruit on top. It is the best cake. It is a delicious cake. I would totally get it again. I thought it was wonderful. So you all were absolutely right, those of you that recommended it. And just know, you don't have to buy a whole cake. You can just buy that little container. And it's like 2 great big slices in there, if I'm remembering correctly. But it was wonderful.
It was very, very good. And I saw that in their ad. I get email ads from them. That was one of their sale items this week. Was the cake slices, the slices we bought. And I think they cater to what you buy, and we buy a lot of bakery stuff.
We buy a lot of.
I get a lot of coupons for bakery stuff. in there.
Come back, buy more.
Yeah, buy more bakery stuff.
Well, there's going to get to a point. We are just
getting there.
We've just gotten Publix here in our area. So we've been going every single week, and so far we've been really fortunate that we have been able to get all new items every week because, you know, like if you're in Florida, that's the home of Publix. You all probably had these flavors. You're like, these aren't new flavors at all. And so to us, all of this is new, but we're about to the point where we've tried.
Yeah, it started slowing down a lot.
Yeah, well, we're not seeing new flavors of stuff that we haven't had yet,
Yeah.
or it's stuff that's like I just am not interested in trying.
I think we have to wait till some season changes a little bit. More towards fall, we'll probably start getting a lot more fall flavors. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to do them?
Sure.
Okay, this one is the McConnell's Fine Ice Creams. This was the sweet cream caramel brownie. It was really, really good. I mean, that's like one of the best of their brands. I mean, brand's ice cream.
Yeah, I think McConnell's is made in California, and we only see do we see those in the co-op? Because I know we buy them at,
I don't know.
At Whole Foods is where we buy those.
I don't think the co-op had these.
Okay.
I don't think so.
And I don't think Fresh Market has them either. I think Whole Foods is the only place that sells them.
Fresh Market really doesn't have a lot of ice cream. It's very, very limited space, at least in ours.
It's a very, very small.
Yeah.
And it's disappointing because they hardly ever get anything new because
No,
they don't
it's
have
all the
room.
same.
Yeah.
But this was really good. We've not loved everything that they've had. This was the really, really good flavor and texture, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, we get that one again. Okay, this was sent to us from the Parlor family. This is the limited edition Goo Goose Cluster. This is the cheer wine flavor. And it's cheer wine infused nougat and caramel with peanuts covered in milk chocolate. And they bought this at Mast General Store. They live right in my dad's area. They don't live, I'm not meaning to give away where they live, but they live in the general area. And they, so they're able to go to Mast General Store. And I would go in there all the time too if I could. But that's where they bought this, and it was so delicious.
It's very good.
They should sell these everywhere. Hopefully they will.
Yeah, because we have cheer wine. It's not as big as it is down there, but we have cheer wine.
And the thing is this is made, the Goo Goo Clusters are actually made in Tennessee.
Right, which is kind of between us.
So it's like, well, why wouldn't they sell these everywhere? They should, though, because that was really good.
I think it's the cheer wine part that's just, their cheer wine's big. We saw that everywhere when we were down there.
Yes, it's like the
it's
South
like the L8
Carolina.
over there.
Yeah, it's like the South Carolina drink. Ours is L8.
Because it's made here.
It's made here. That cheer wine is big down there. Yeah. Okay. You want me to go again?
Go ahead.
This is the Seattle Chocolate Moon Rocks milk chocolate truffle bar with popping candy. What is so incredible about this bar is the truffle texture. It was an incredibly rich chocolate bar. I'm almost positive we bought this at World Market. They have a lot of the Seattle chocolate bars there. I'm thinking Whole Foods sells a bunch of Seattle chocolate too, but This Moon Rocks, I don't know if like this is a special thing. It doesn't say like limited or anything like that. If you can get this, you should, because it just had a terrific texture to it and flavor.
Yeah, and the little Pop Rocks were nice too. Just a little added,
just a little added texture. Yeah.
This one is a 7 Select, which is a 7-Eleven chocolate caramel lava cake ice cream. We don't get very many new flavors of their ice cream around here, and it was really neat to see a different flavor. It's like, oh, that's new.
Yes.
It was excellent. It was really, really good chocolate and caramel.
So you don't expect to go in a Speedway, 7-Eleven, and be able to get good quality ice cream. You're thinking, oh, that's some like generic knockoff.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any good.
Popsicle quality stuff.
And we have said that if you have not gone to Speedway or 7-Eleven to buy your ice cream, you should give it a try. You will be surprised at how many flavors they have and what good quality it is. I think the only one that really disappointed me was the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Because I'm really particular about my peanut butter, and I wish they would reformulate that one. But the other ones have been very impressive.
Yeah, they're all really, really good. You just got to look around for that little. They usually only have one little small freezer.
Yes.
With all their stuff in it. And they usually sell other stuff too, but it's.
And it's not like a chest freezer.
No,
It's
like
actually with the door, and you can see through it, see the other ice creams. Okay.
And it's usually a standalone, and everyone we've been into, it's been a standalone cooler. It's not part of like the refrigerated stuff.
Right. We can both show these Pillsbury Big Cookies. Now.
Mine's the s'mores.
This is the double chocolate cherry. You might have to go all over the place to get these, because our Walmart, our local Walmart, still only has these. The double chocolate cherry. The s'mores, we bought those at Target. Okay. Those were at Target. And then we had to get another one at a different Walmart in Lexington that we never go in unless they have something specific, just because we're never in the area. But it was a completely random Walmart. Use the product locator. For us, it worked. It really did.
Yeah, use the Walmart app.
And I don't remember in the video, I'm thinking I might have chosen the s'mores, but after the video, I ate like 2 more of these. So I'm gonna say, I don't remember what I said in the video. This ended up being my favorite. So I like the s'mores, but the double chocolate cherry ended up being my very, very favorite.
Yeah, I don't remember what I said either. I don't remember which one I said, but
you said that one.
Yeah, I think I would still stick with it. Yeah, but they were really good.
Yeah, but I know after, if whatever I'm eating, once the video stops, if I'm sitting there eating and eating and eating, it's like, no, that's my favorite. And this one was my favorite. Yeah. This one had a really nice, it's like a chocolate covered cherry, but it's in cookie form. Yeah. And these were really good quality
cookies. They were good cookies, honestly. Yeah. You wouldn't expect the refrigerator cookies to be that good. They were big. Yeah. Ours were oval.
Yeah.
But you can squash them and make them round.
They're like the shape of a Nutter Butter.
A dog treat.
Like, a dog treat. Yeah. But they really are good cookies.
But you don't have to leave them that shape. You can literally, it says, if you want rounder cookies, you squish them in a little bit. Yeah, you can squish them. I think they make them that shape just for packaging more than
Yeah. But they are worth getting.
Okay, I have another ice cream. This one is, these are actually, I can just do both of these. Here, you can do that one. These are Publix brand. This is the limited edition Home Run Caramel Popcorn.
And this is the Publix limited edition Maple Chocolate Chip Pancake.
And they were both excellent. This was probably my favorite. The caramel popcorn was probably my favorite, but I really did like that pancake one, because it had a nice maple flavor.
It's buttermilk maple flavored ice cream with chocolatey flakes, cake pieces, and salty maple caramel flavored swirls.
Yeah, it was really good. I remember the maple being really good and sweet. This one was caramel popcorn flavored ice cream with butter toffee popcorn bark.
Last year when we visited, we went down to Florida, and I bought one down there that was a macadamia. That one is still my all-time favorite limited edition flavor from Publix. We haven't seen it yet.
No, we haven't seen it.
So I'm hoping.
Well, that was earlier. That would have been earlier in the year.
No, we went down to Florida in July last year to the Villages.
Was it in July?
I'm pretty sure it was in July.
I thought it was earlier than that.
It might have been. Well, maybe it was earlier.
It was in May.
Was it in May?
I'm thinking so.
Well, maybe we did go in May. It was hot.
It was very hot.
But it was Florida.
Yeah, but it's Florida, so
But
it's always
Florida.
hot.
It's always hot.
I don't remember when we went.
It
I thought
might
it was
have been
earlier in
May.
the year, but
You know what? It probably was May. Well, here I've been thinking,
That's coming soon.
Oh, it's coming soon. That macadamia. I thought, yeah, because for some reason we probably did go in May. I bet you're right.
I know that was our original intent. We may have shifted it.
That's what
remember.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't. Anyway,
we're getting old. We don't remember
when we went places.
places.
But I was looking forward to that macadamia again, and I haven't seen it yet. So I'm hoping they bring it out.
They might bring it out for like summer.
But I would think if you have Publix, if you're not used to going in there and buying the limited edition ice creams, you need to start buying them because you can get them. Some of them are in the small containers. Some of them, like this with popcorn, was only in the big container. So you just have to look around. But they're absolutely worth trying and seeing if you like them.
And they have so many different flavors.
Yes,
the only ones we don't care for is the black packages.
Yeah,
it's like they're premium or something like that. And they're just okay.
They've been okay. These limited edition ones, though, are worth buying. Yeah. Okay, the last thing I have, this is my new favorite, Mountain Dew.
And unfortunately, you can only get them in cans around here.
You can only get them in cans, yeah. So this is the 0 calorie, the 0 sugar, Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. So it is cherry, lemon, and raspberry. And mainly I get the cherry and the raspberry. Those are the two flavors. The lemon, really I don't notice the lemon at all. But like Kevin said, if I could get these in a 6-pack of bottles, I would get the 0 sugar. Well, we have still not seen any 0 sugar in a bottle, period, in our area. We bought the regular calorie, the full calorie, in a bottle. They're everywhere in our area. But we never did see the 0 calorie bottles at all. And you can forget about finding them in a 6-pack. They probably don't even make them in a 6-pack. But if they made them in a 6-pack, this would be the Mountain Dew that I would buy because I told Kevin I absolutely love it. I went through all the cans. They're already gone. But I won't buy more of the cans because I drink them really fast. I can go through a can because I stick a straw in there. And I can go through a can in just minutes and it's gone and I'm ready for another one. So it's very sweet, very delicious, but out of all the Mountain Dews, because they come out with them as often as Oreo comes out with a new Oreo, this has been my favorite.
They do come out with a lot of flavors, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, is it only available for summer or is this going to be available all the time?
Does it not say limited time?
It doesn't say limited on this can.
But that doesn't mean anything.
But I don't know. So somebody can tell me because you all usually know more about that than I do.
It's probably, but like the Baja drinks, some of those stick around, some of them go away.
Some of them go away, so you don't know. But we mentioned earlier, Kevin has a lunchtime review channel, completely separate channel, and it used to be just like shelf-stable meals, freezer meals, things like that. But more recently, he bought an air fryer, and so he's been incorporating air fryer meals in there, which people have really enjoyed, and they love it too. I know you read your own comments, but you all really love it when he compares too. So he'll put it like in the microwave, like if he has like a hot pocket or two sandwiches, whatever. He'll put one in the microwave, one in the air fryer, and he'll compare them a lot of times, and you all seem to really like that. He has likes, favorites and things that he hated too. So what do you have?
I'm gonna do the hates first. And this was no shock to anybody that watched it. Hold on, let me pull my little tag off.
Yeah, this will not shock anybody.
These were the Lunchables PB&J meals. They're the little, you buy them in the refrigerated section. They were little peanut butter pocket sandwiches. They look like that. And then you had these dip, the jelly dip, which was grape and strawberry. Yeah, grape and strawberry, and you dipped them in there. We bought them for $1.87 at Walmart. I gave them a 2.5.
Which somebody said was generous.
Probably was. You know why? I would only give something a 1 if it's like I would never, ever, could not finish eating this at all. Like
His scale is
like
1
it was
to 5.
disgusting. One would only be something that was like, I want to spit this out and never let it touch my lips again. That's a 1. A 2.5 is like, you could eat it. You may not enjoy it and you've wasted your money, but you could eat it. I mean, it's gonna sustain your body, but that's about it. So I gave it a 2.5, and basically it was, there was no flavor. There was literally no flavor whatsoever at all. This was a special video because I got Tammy to try them as well.
I was at the end of that video.
Because she loved, and sorry it was blurry. My eyes are bad anyway, so I'm only looking at the camera, and I don't look up at the screen very often. So I just never looked up to see that it was blurry.
So the video is blurry.
So it's a little blurry throughout. You just gotta pretend
it is what it is.
Pretend your glasses are going.
But I tried those at the end of that video, which he never has me do.
No, but I had to do it because it's peanut butter, and she loves peanut butter so much. I said, "Oh, you've got to try these." She tries like, "Where's the peanut butter?"
Buy Uncrustable.
For convenience, to go buy Uncrustables, grab them, put them in your lunch bag or whatever, and take them and go. Well, these aren't worth 10 cents. I mean,
no.
Could you eat them? Are kids going to be taking these in their lunch boxes this
I feel so bad for them.
Yes, they will. Will parents be buying these and sticking them in the refrigerator for their kids to eat this summer while they're off? Probably. They're going to be, I mean, kids may not care. Honestly, a lot of times kids don't care, but some kids do care, and they're like, this doesn't taste like anything. So
it's a lot cheaper though to buy a jar of Jif and some peanut butter if you're doing it for your kids, like you say.
Yeah, if you got, even younger kids can make a peanut butter jar sandwich.
Yeah, I was making peanut butter sandwiches from a young age.
Yeah, so anyway, you're better off buying it yourself, but if you want to buy something, or making it yourself, if you want to buy something, buy Uncrustables. They're so much better. This is called Counter Brand. This was the 3 cheese chicken Alfredo, and we bought these at Target. They were $5.89, so a little expensive, but I gave these a 5 out of 5. I said they were the perfect blend of taste and texture. The sauce was really good and thick. The flavors were phenomenal. I mean, just really, really good flavors. I didn't cheese.
I think that came as a surprise to you too.
Yeah, because you see these counter meals, and if you read about where they come from, and you're like, I don't really care, you know,
right?
Because a lot of the stuff is like gimmicky, and you know, that's why I don't look forward to some of this stuff. But then I ate it, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was a surprise because sometimes I see these boxes at Target or other places, and they look like really healthy. It looks like something that's going to be really, really healthy. And Kevin's like, yeah, I'll try it. But I think this was one of those kinds of boxes. Yeah. It kind of looked healthy and like...
Although the only thing they're really pushing is protein. So
yeah, and so I was happy that came as such a surprise. And you have more of those to try, don't you?
So, yeah.
Yeah, he has more of those in the freezer. He has a lot of...
working through them slowly.
A lot of meals in the freezer.
I can only eat so much.
Well, he likes to only do it 5 days a week. Sometimes when he gets way, way, way behind, he'll do it 7 days a week. But really, he likes to keep it as 5 days a week. And when you're going out to eat 1 day a week, then you're only doing 4 meals a week. So it does take a long time to go through them. So this month, you ate out at Wingstop, which I had forgotten about that. Wingstop, you had their tenders. I'll let you read what you had.
I wrote it. There's no way she's going to be able to read it.
I'll let Kevin read this.
Wingstop, I got the Mexican street, I think they were Mexican street corn tenders or Mexican street seasoning, and their hickory smoked barbecue tenders. Their seasoned fries and their Cajun fried corn. The next week, I got Lee's Famous Recipe, which is a chicken place, kind of like Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I got chicken, which I hadn't had fried chicken in a restaurant with actual bones in it, and I couldn't tell you how long.
I think that was a surprise meal for Kevin, too.
What, that it was so good?
The Lee's, that it was so good. Because I'm the one that suggested that to him.
It's like, but it's just a chicken place. It was really good.
He really didn't want to go there. And I said, you need to go there. And so
it's chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, coleslaw, and then they had 2 brownies that were fairly new, a brownie and then a caramel brownie. Taco Bell, I tried their new chicken strips. In a taco and a burrito, and they had 2 different seasonings. One was like an avocado something, and the other one was a spicy ranchero sauce, or sauce. And then I tried the Cinnabon Delight bites that you can buy.
Yeah, people were raving about those Cinnabon Delights in the comments about how good they are.
Yeah, they were good.
How they can go through the drive-thru and just order those.
Yeah, I could see that. They were really good. And then the last one was the Sonic Grillo's Pickle Smasher Burger. The fry, they had seasoned fries, the Grillo. These were all pickle flavored. Seasoned fries, seasoned tots, and they had a pickle Rita slush. So let me talk about all of them. Wingstop, I think people were disappointed that I didn't actually try the wings. Wings just have bones in them and you don't get much meat. I'd rather have a chicken tender you can try it and eat with, but the flavor should be the same, right? I think everything I got at Wingstop was overcooked. I think everything I got was overcooked. The tenders were kind of dry. Even the chicken in general was dry. Those Cajun pieces of corn, they were as tough as can be. I mean, they were tough. They were awful. The fries were okay.
Let me add one little thing to this. After he had eaten at Wingstop, we were discussing with our daughter, Ashley, that he ate at Wingstop. And she said, oh, well, I hope it wasn't the location at this and such place. And I said, yes, that is exactly the location that it was. And she made the comment that she follows Reddit. She's on Reddit and she reads all the threads and all that. And she said that they had gotten, this particular Wingstop had gotten horrible ratings for like
their food.
And so.
Not like people ratings, but like health department ratings.
Health department ratings. Yeah, health department
ratings. And
they
covered it up with a sign.
Yeah, they didn't want people to see it. So your Wingstop might be really good, but this particular Wingstop wasn't good. Mm-hmm. And after the things that she read, I'm not going to recommend Kevin to ever go back there. Because when they've gotten that bad of ratings in the past, then no. He's done it once.
I watched them make their food, so they weren't doing anything,
Yeah, Kevin said they were fine.
But there was one guy cooking everything, and he was swamped, and it was really, really slow. So I just think it was overcooked.
Yeah,
flat out. I think they were overcooked. The Lee's Famous Recipe was the surprise of all of them. I think it was really, really good. Good fried chicken. My memory of Lee's Famous Recipe from way, way back was their chicken was okay, but it wasn't really good and crispy and stuff. I remember it being more just like a really thin breading. It was really good and crispy, had a ton of breading on it. Did you try any of it?
Yeah, and it reminded me of KFC.
Yeah, it's very similar to KFC.
It reminded me of KFC fried chicken.
So it's a direct competitor to KFC.
Yeah, it really is.
The brownie and the caramel brownie was kind of a disappointment, like something you'd buy in a bakery at a grocery store. I mean, it really just wasn't anything big deal. The Taco Bell chicken strips, I really like the Taco Bell chicken. It's really good. The breading's good and crispy. It has a really good flavor. If you saw in my video, one of the strips was about this big. It was like more of one of their nuggets than a strip. That was my only complaint. But the taco and the burrito, they were good. You really just, the only difference between the two was the sauce, and that just depends on what you like. The Cinnabon Delights were really, really good, and they were warm, had a really good flavor. They were sweet. They were nice. And the Grillo's Pickle, the Smasher, my only complaint about that one was the fries and the tots didn't have enough. They had like a dill flavor, but they weren't really, they didn't have a lot of seasoning on them. The burger was excellent. It was just a burger with a lot of pickles on it. And the slush, I wouldn't get the slush because even after I did the review, I went to the bank and a few other places and I was drinking a little bit of it. It has a pickle flavor, and I said during the video I didn't think it had a lot of flavor to it. It has a flavor to it, but I was expecting a lot bolder, like, vinegary dill.
Maybe they didn't want to make it that bold. Maybe they knew
make it safer.
That wouldn't quench your thirst if it was that bold.
No, it's just I wanted it to be more, and it really was just kind of, it's there, but it's kind of light. And I do not like those little balls. They're just a texture thing. It puts me off. I don't like them.
Some people don't. Some people like them. Some people don't.
Kind of like boba, but these are like filled. So it's like those little gel, Orby gel things you put in these guns and shoot them. That's like squishy on the outside and it's a liquid on the middle. I just don't like them. It's just, it's like you're eating a zit.
So which one did you like the most?
You didn't get that, did
the lead. What?
I said it's like eating a zit.
Oh, okay. No,
it pops when you bite into it.
Focused on which one you like the most and the least.
What I would the Wingstop, I think only
least.
because they were overcooked. If I went to try them somewhere else, they might be better.
Yeah.
My favorite is probably the Lee's Famous Recipe, just because it's really good chicken. But something that everybody probably has, the Taco Bell was really, really good. And honestly, the Sonic burgers, like I said, it was just basically a burger with extra pickles. So you could probably just get extra pickles and be just as good. Yeah.
I have two things to say. One, Kevin went to Wingstop. We also have a Wing Zone. So if any of you have had a Wing Zone, is there a difference between Wingstop and Wing Zone? Like, should he try that for his channel because he's never been there? So that would be my first question. And then something, just a general comment that I want to say is that the woman who worked, because I make the videos, I'm putting these together. The woman that was working at Lee's Famous Recipe was like the best drive-through worker ever. Like they need to give her a gold star, because if you didn't watch that Lee's Famous Recipe video, she made conversation.
She's friendly.
She was very friendly. She was very outgoing and bubbly, and it was like she wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And she was engaging with Kevin. And
then you go watch the Taco Bell video and he couldn't be bothered to look in the bag.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a big difference, when somebody wants to be there and when they actually enjoy their job, and then somebody who's like, they had to come in that day. So I wanted to, I don't know what her name is, who she is, but if you watch that video, then you'll see, because she just, that could make an experience, that can make it more positive too, is when you have positive workers. So I appreciated her positivity. But that is the end of June. We didn't have much this month, I don't feel like, at all. We did talk a lot. So, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you at the end of July.